thank you very much and huge congratulations. How are you and the boys feeling after that?
Yeah, pretty good, obviously. The whole objective at this stage is to get into the hat and go for the next round, and it was pleasing to be able to do that. It didn't quite look like we were going to do that at half-time. We were way off the beat in too many areas, and we addressed some of those, we improved some of those. We didn't improve all the areas we wanted to in the second half, but we made enough adjustments to get the job done.
Deeply, deeply humble. What areas do you think still need improvement then, Willie?
We're not quite there defensively. Whilst there's effort amongst the whole group, and I'm really proud of them for having that effort for each other, we're still not quite hitting the beat as much as we want to defensively. But we'll have a chat about it through the week, and we'll try and address some of those and try and fix it up for next time.
Willie, obviously you got the win here last week. Did much change in terms of the preview, preparation, the game plan, or was it a case of same as?
It's a difficult one, Kez. When you play a team 2 weeks in a row and your review almost becomes your preview, and so I cut down some of the video time that we had this week, and we knew that they were going to come out bigger and stronger and hungrier than they were last week, especially having some of those top personnel like Clark and Charnley coming back. Whilst they were missing a few, they were bringing back some spark too, and we were aware of that all week, and we sort of knew early doors that we were going to miss Dave for feeder, so we had to make some adjustments too. And it wasn't just a matter of cut and paste and try and, all right boys, let's go do it again what we did this week. We knew the proposition was going to be different, and that's what it was today.
Well, Willie, let's have a look at the tries from your boys from that second half. And Earl and Ryan, I can leave it up to you to praise his lads.
Yeah, we talked about the players earlier on in the game and before the game as well. Mason Lino, for me, has been absolutely fantastic and instrumental to what is good about Wakefield this year. And then Reece Lynn off the back of it, showing the pedigree that he's got with some really good footwork. But I thought Mason Lino was exceptional. He's just got every sort of different play in his playbook, and he offers so much to your team, Willie.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good weeks. He had a bit of a slow start to the season, and he's got himself fit, and he's firing, and he's, when you're playing on form, you're happy, and that's how he's playing at the moment, and so are his teammates. He's coming up with some really important plays for us, has done, as I said, for the last couple of weeks, and we need him to keep doing that.
And we saw 2 tries in about 2 minutes in that second half. You must have been pretty pleased with that.
It sort of settles your nerves a bit. But we didn't try and play the scoreboard as much as the scoreboard is important in cup football. We just had to keep going through our plan and trying to knock that out as much as we can, and take the opportunities that we didn't quite create enough of in the first half. It'll be interesting to see some of the opportunities that we bombed in the first half, but yeah, we finished off some of those that created. Some of that was down to energy. We didn't quite have enough push at times and support because of the defensive efforts that we had to do, and they made us work. They took a lot of our petrol out of us, so that counts. And once we started to get that next try, we refueled and we were able to push and go again.
Yeah, Corey Hall with the try, but you can't take anything away from the energy in that. That was a phenomenal try, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's interesting. It was a bit similar to the wrench try in the first half, where Widdop kind of gets through and there's people in the picture. Is that something I'm just because we play next week, don't we, Willie? So I'm just trying to find out what your game plan is. But is that something you encourage? You want to promote the ball in offloads when they're on and get people in the picture?
There's only so many opportunities you get in the game, and you've got to take the ones that you're presented with. And there's some philosophy to say, it might present itself again later in the game if you have some patience, but it might not. And I'm just encouraging them to play their eyes up, as you said about Mason. He's a smart footballer, and Jacob Miller's very smart, and you've got to use their brains.
Right, and are there any other questions you'd like to ask Willie ahead of your game?
I just have the tip sheet.
Don't fall for it. I mean, you face Wigan, don't you know, up in the Challenge Cup. How are you feeling ahead of that one?
There's a little bit to go. We've got a tough one next week. Playing Salford, who again, very dangerous with the ball, and they've got some really strong athletes. Our focus has to be on that. We start looking too far ahead, that's when you start to cause yourself some problems and trip up. And the next cup round will take care of itself, and we'll focus on that when that presents itself. The next one up is Salford, and our attention will be to that
Well, Willie Poching, huge congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go and celebrate with the boys, although I'm sure you won't let them celebrate too much because they've got games coming up. Thank you very much. Thank you
Cheers.
very
Thanks, guys.